Hello my gorgeous loves out there and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to play with the new Wildflower collection from Lethal Cosmetics. I picked up all the products, all the blushes, all of the lippies, as well as the new Wildflower palette. So I'm going to do swatches, create a couple looks, and let you guys know my thoughts on all of these products. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bri, and I am just a crazy lover of all things beauty. And I like to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content. I like to do a lot of indie makeup, so if that is what you're into, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. All right, my loves, welcome. Oh, the weather is so beautiful today. And I was inspired to do a kind of greenish background to, nature, outside, wild, I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm very excited to get into this beautiful collection. I think the theme is so cute and it matches the season so well, and I love all of the products that they came out with. So I'll go over every one and give you all the pricing, give you some swatches, and then we'll get into the looks. So let me pull up the website so I can give you guys the correct prices and everything. Now you can purchase this collection on Lethal Cosmetics website as well as Camera Ready Cosmetics. So it's up to you where you want to shop, but I'll link the collections from both sites in the description below. So let's start off with the lippies. So they came out with 4 new shades in their lip cream formula for this collection, and this is my favorite lip formula from Lethal. It's like a moussey semi-matte lip product that does dry down, but not completely, so it's not totally transfer proof, but it is very comfortable and it lasts very well and fades very gracefully off the lips, and I just love these so much. Now these go for $12 each, and they came out with the shade called Hydra, which is a muted purple with a soft matte finish. Then there's Lyra, which is a dusty rose with a soft matte finish. And there is Breeze, which is a petal pink with a soft matte finish. And then the last shade is called Phoenix, which is a terracotta with a soft matte finish. So these are beautiful, so easy to wear, perfect for the springtime. So now let's get into the blushes. They came out with 4 new shades for the collection, and they're in the shimmery glowy formula, which is so in right now. Glowy blushes are so perfect for the spring and summer. Now these go for $15.50 each, and they come in single pans like this, or you can get a compact additive for $3, or you can do like a custom face palette on Lethal. But I'll show you guys the 4 shades. There is Carnation, which is a shimmery bubble gum pink with a petal pink pearl. Then they have Pansy, which is a shimmery raspberry blush with a rose pearl. Then they have Dandelion, which is a shimmery bumblebee yellow blush with a light gold pearl. And then the last one is called Aster, which is a shimmery lilac blush with a lavender pearl. Now I feel like this lavender one seems a little similar to the one that came out in their collection with Teresa is Dead. It's called Cryostasis, which I'll just show you guys it right here. But if you're curious on how they compare next to each other, this one's just on the deeper side. This one's definitely on the lighter end. So if you just were curious on how these two look together, in case you already have this one and you're curious whether they're like too similar or not. Now let's get into the palette, which is so beautiful. I love the packaging on this, but this is called the Wildflower Palette. It goes for $52. I also love that this palette also includes little holes in the back, so you can push out any of the shades, rearrange it if you want. And there is 5 mattes, 4 metallics, 1 satin, and 2 multichromes. So you have different formulas to work with in here. You have nice lighter metallics in here. You got some purple periwinkles. You do have 1 good shade if you want to deepen up the look. You have some lighter tones. I think the soft pink one is the satin. The rest are like the mattes. I love this bright pink one. And then I'm not sure which ones are the just metallics and which ones are the multichromes. We'll have to see that when I put the looks together. So that was everything, guys. So I think I'm ready to now get a little closer, create some looks, play with the blushes, lippies, and the palette, and then I can give you guys my thoughts at the end. So let's start off with putting on some blushes. I'll pick a lippy too, and then we can get into the eye look because I kind of have an idea of what I already want to do for the eyes. But I'm going to try out this one called Aster first on this side. Then I'll use this one right here called Pansy on the other side, and then I'll just mix them, but just so you can see. So let's get in there and see how it goes. Now these are definitely powdery blushes, so dust off the excess. I'd say go lightly because it can get pretty pigmented quickly with these blushes from Lethal. But if you just go lightly, you can get them to go on very nicely. And then you can just like slowly build them up from there. But here is Aster, which has a very soft lavender color to it. And I can see the little glow, like the little pearly effect that it has on the cheeks. So now let's get into the Pansy shade, which is the shimmery raspberry one that they say has like a kind of like a pinky rosy pearl. I'm dusting off the excess. This one seems on the darker side, so I'm just trying to get some off on my hand and then put it here. Like whenever I go back to my editing, I'm like, whoa, I put way too much blush on. But I usually try to build it up so you guys can really see the color. But here is raspberry. Ooh, this is cute. I like this a lot. I like doing the whole blush draping, if you didn't already know. So here are the two blushes. I feel like Pansy will work really well on deeper skin tones from medium and up. Now you can share it out to work on a lighter skin tone, but this one has a good amount of pigment and you could probably really build this one up. So I'm gonna get these blushes to match and then we can get into a lippy. So now let's go with lippy. I think I'm gonna pick Lyra. I think this one's, I can't remember, maybe it's like a mauve one. I think that one will work for what I have in mind. So let's put that on. I do have some like lip balm on my lips, but it should go on just fine. So here is the lippy in Lyra. It's a really pretty like pinky mauve. Now I am going to switch out my lippy at the end, like when I finish the look, so I can use all the shades in the video today. I felt like that would be helpful for you guys to actually see it like on my lips. But now I'm ready to get into the palette, and I did prime with the Tone Activator Primer from Kaleidos. Now this doesn't have the shade name, so I'm gonna just point at the shade that I'm using, but they did that because, you know, you can customize the palette. But it does have a cute little quote right here. It says, "The wildflower blooms in defiance of those who call it a weed." Oh, what a beautiful little quote. Love that. So let's get into this deeper, like kind of navy blue shade. And I'm going to use that on the outer corner. Let me tap off the excess. And I'm going to just work lightly. Ooh, I got some creasing happening. And just focus that on the outer corner. I don't know why I always have to go to the deepest shade, but that's just where my heart is at. And I'm not going to take it into the crease really. It's just going to stay on the outer corner. But yeah, this is like a deep blue. It's not really a navy, I feel like. There's some green to it. Now I'm going to go into this shade right here that looks like maybe a cool tone light brown shade. And I'm going to bring that through the crease and blend the edge of that deeper shade. I wonder if this is really going to show up or just kind of mesh into my skin tone. It definitely has a cool tone to it. Oh yeah, it's definitely showing up on my lids. So I'm just going to use that softly through the crease and get everything nice and diffused. So now I want to get into, I think, this shimmer right here. I was thinking about this one, but I'm attracted to that shade. So let me get a flat shader brush and pick it up. Honestly, I don't know what shade this is or if it is one of the shifty shades or not, but we are about to find out. So I picked it up on the brush and I'm going to wet it with just some water. That's all that's in the spray bottle, just so I can get it nice and smooth. Let's see. I think maybe this is just one of the shimmers. But it's really pretty and very bright and shimmery. So I'm just getting that all spread on through the lid. I think it looks really pretty actually against like that deeper matte on the outer corner and the cool tone brown through the crease. So I do feel like this is a little bit on the sheer side, so I'm definitely gonna have to build up the shade to get it a little bit more opaque. So there's a little shimmer. I did go ahead and go back into the deeper matte right here, and I just deepened out the outer corner. And I went over the shimmer a little bit just to get a better like transition between the two shades. And it definitely did like the job. So now I think I want to keep it the same on the lower lash line. Let's just be simple today. So I'm just gonna go back into the same mattes and use them on the lower lash line. So like go with the deeper one out here and that cool tone brown and get everything to match up. So now let's do a little inner corner highlight. I was trying to debate between this lavender one and this pink one, but I think I like this pink one. Let's see. Ooh, that's pretty. And then here's the lavender one. I think I like this pink one. I think it will go better with the look. And I'm just gonna spray the brush, and I'm just going to pop that right there in the inner corner. Let's see if it'll give me some brightness. Oh yeah, that's perfect because it has like a green shift to this one. So this one was one of the shifty ones in the palette. And I'm gonna bring it a little bit down here on the lower lash line. Ooh, that's so pretty. So there's my little inner corner highlight. I am so shocked at how green it pulls, because in the pan, it's definitely pink in the pan, but it comes off as a very light green on the eyes, which I think matches really perfectly with like the tones that I have on the lids. So I am now going to go off camera. I'm going to finish off the look. I'm not sure if I'll add a little bit of details, and I'll switch out the lippy, and I will be back to show you guys the completed look. All right, my loves, I am back, and here's the completed first look. What do you guys think of this? I did go ahead and add little flower details with some liner. I used the Unearthly Cosmetics Not in the Mood palette. This is their cake liner palette. I used the white right here, and I used this shimmery green as the like center of the flowers, and I think it came out so cute. It was really easy to make. I used these little dot like tools that I have that I got off Amazon. Super cheap. And then I did go ahead and switch out the lippy like I said I was going to. I went into a Phoenix, which is the terracotta shade, which I think is really pretty and actually matches the look really well as well. And it's just so lightweight. These are so comfortable. It feels like nothing's on my lips, and you only have to go into the component once to get your whole lips covered. Like, it's so good. So what else I did off camera was I went in with my favorite mascara combo right now, the Telescopic Lift Mascara and the Highly Rated Mascara. And then for liner and like the wing and everything, I use the Glam Light Liner Dual. This one is the liquid liner. This is part of their Chucky collection. I did the wing, and then I used the pencil to tightline. And then for my waterline, I have the LA Girl Shockwave Liner in Dragon. It's one of their metallic liners, so that matches the outer corner shade so well. And that is basically all I did off camera to complete this look. I thought it would help with the little flowers to make it more of that wild flower theme with the collection, and I think it's really cute, easy detail to add, and I just love how it turned out. So that is everything for look number one. Now let's get into look number two. All right, back for the next look. Let's start off with the blushes. So like I did in the first one, I'll use the other two shades, and let me get a clean blush brush again, and we're gonna start off with the shade called Dandelion first, the yellow shade. This is probably the one I'm like most excited for, so let's put that on. It's a like bumblebee shade, like they said, with a golden pearl to it. This will probably show up really well if you have a fair skin tone, but it just adds like a yellowy warmth to the cheeks. So there it is. It looks more like a golden sheen on my skin tone. And now we're going to go into the shade called, what is it called? Carnation, the fun little bubblegum pink shade that is so in right now. And we're gonna put that here. Oh, isn't that such a cute little pink shade? This one is nice and soft too. Would work on a lighter skin tone, but can be built up to work on like a deeper skin tone. This is such a cute little pink, cute little yellow. I love how both of them look. I think overall this is a little too light. I wish it was just a slight bit deeper, because it looks just like a yellowy gold sheen on my cheeks than an actual like yellowy blush. But I'm going to mix them now. I'll put some of the yellow shade over the pink. I think they're gonna mix really well, and that's probably how I would use the yellow shade, is mixing it with other ones or mixing it with like a deeper yellow shade for the sheen. So now let's get into one of the lippies. I'm gonna go right into the deep one called Hydra. I feel like I want to use a lighter shade for like the final look, but let's see what this one's about. Ooh, that is a nice purple shade. So there's the purple shade. I do feel like this is a more wearable purple. I feel like a lot of people could pull off this shade. It's a little cool tone, a little bit more of like a muted purple. It's definitely vampy. It's giving more fall vibes, but I think it's pretty. Now, the only thing is this one was a little bit more sheer, so I had to layer it up a little bit more to get like a full opaque lip. But I noticed with like these kind of lip formulas, like the moussey texture lippies, usually the darker shades have to be built up more. Like from my experience, it's kind of the same with the Kaleidos lip clays, but a very fun color. I would totally rock something like this. So now let's get into the eye look. So I'm gonna go right into this pink shade right here. That's so fun and bright. And I'm gonna use that through the crease. I did prime my eyes again with the Kaleidos Tone Activator Primer. And I'm just going to pretty much fluff that all through the crease. Wow, that's a really, really bright pink. It's very pigmented too. So now I'm going to go into this shade right here. This one looks like the satin, is this lighter pink. And I'm gonna use that to like blend out the edges a bit and just use it, see what it does. And if it shows up, oh yeah, this does show up. I feel like a shade like this would be kind of cool, like used all over the lid. I think it would be really pretty. And I feel like if you had a really, really fair skin tone, you could probably even pull this shade off as a blush and have like a little satiny sheen on the cheeks. That would be really pretty. I'm just keeping that right on the edge of that bright pink. Now I'm going to go into this more mid-tone to kind of deeper purple. And I'm going to use that on the outer corner just to add a little bit of depth. But I don't want to use too much of it. I'm just adding a little bit on the outer corner, just for a little depth. Now I did go ahead and put on some glitter primer. I went in with the Give Me Glow because I just want to see how the shimmers are going to do over a glitter primer. And I'm going to go into this shade right here, and I'm going to use the same brush that I used to put the glitter primer on, just so it'll stick nice to it. And then I'm going to put that all over the lid. Oh yeah, this is definitely one of the shifty shades. This is like a pink too. It looks like it has a blue shift to it. This is really pretty. And I'm just gonna use it all over the lid where I put the glitter primer. So I think I'm just gonna keep the lower lash line the same as the crease. So I'm gonna use a little bit of the purple on the outer corner and then go in the rest with that bright pink. So there's the lower lash line. I did bring the purple a little further in, went over with a little bit of pink. I do feel like this deeper purple matte is a little bit on the sheerer side, like it takes a little bit more building, and I know that like deeper purples can be a little bit trickier to use. So just note that it's not as pigmented as like these other mattes that I've been using. So just wanted to let you guys know that. All right, I think that looks really good. So now for the inner corner highlight, I want to use this shade right here. It's so intriguing, this like bright, light tealy shade, and I just have to use it. I love using these kind of tones as inner corner highlights, and I'm gonna spray it, and I'm just gonna pop it right there. I'll probably bring it a little bit down on the lower lash line as well. Oh, this one looks like it has kind of a shift to it too, maybe like some purple to it. I'm just gonna layer that all there in the inner corner and bring it a little here, a little bit up as well. So there's my inner corner highlight. It's a really pretty shifty tealy shade. Now this one is very loose in the pan, so there's a lot of shimmer fallout from the shade. Definitely want to wet your brush to reduce the shimmer fallout, even though I still got a little bit on my cheeks, but it's okay. I'll survive. But anyways, that is it for the shadows that I'm going to use on my lids. I love this very pinky purple look, and I'm going to also switch out the lippy, and then I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, my loves, I am back, and here's the completed second look. I did feel creative, so I went and added some extra details to the look, but I think it came out really, really cool. So what I did was I went in with the Adept Cosmetics Multi-Chrome Liner in Noonan Song. It's a very shifty one. I swatched it out on my hand so you guys can see. It's kind of red and it goes to green as well. And I took the line and I kind of took it up this way. And then I went over top with these pink little gems that I got from Amazon in like this little pack right here. And I think it just made the look go to the next level. It's really cool and pretty. And then I did switch out my lippy and went in with the final shade called Breeze, which is a rosy pink shade. Also goes really well with this look, but it's a very wearable, like everyday kind of color. Like I could see myself wearing this color all the time. And then I did take a little bit of the Milani Hydrated Mascara and went over with the Glam Light Chocolate Candy Bar lashes. I love them because they flare out on the edges here. And I used the Kiss Lash Glue Liner to do the wing and to stick on the lashes. And then for my waterline, I went in with another multi-chrome liner. This one is from Kaleidos and what is it? Night of Creation. This one is like a purpley shifty one. And since I had purple in this look, I figured this would look really nice in the waterline. I think it also switches to blue as well. And I think that's it for the look and how I completed this one. I love it. A little bit more dramatic, but it's really, really pretty. I was going to go light, but I don't know. I couldn't help myself. That's what I end up doing. I always end up going the more dramatic route in the end, but I am very happy with how this turned out as well as the first one. So I'm ready to give you guys like my final first impressions. So let's start off with the lippies. I love this formula. I already knew I was gonna love these. And I think the shades that they picked match the collection very well. You have some pinky tones, a terracotta, and a nice little vampy purple. And I feel like these shades are gonna work on everybody. Like every skin tone can rock these lippies. They're very pretty. And the formula is just so easy to work with, very lightweight, nice semi-matte finish, and it lasts pretty well on the lips, and I don't feel like these are drying at all, and they're nice and opaque. The only one that's a little bit more sheer is this darker one. You do have to build it up a little bit more, but overall they're very gorgeous and very easy to use. As for the blushes, love them. They're so pretty and glowy. I'm a big fan of Lethal Cosmetics blush formula, also in the matte version, and I think the tones that they picked out are perfect for spring. They match the collection, and these are shades that are just so popular right now. Like everybody's loving lavender and bubblegum blushes, and I think yellow and mustardy blushes are getting very popular as well. And I do feel like this yellow shade is a little too light for my skin tone. Like it doesn't show up as much as I would like it to. It's more like a goldy sheen on the cheeks, so I would probably use that as a topper, mix it in. And I do feel like the lavender shade is a little on the lighter side, but it does show up on my cheeks. I just don't know how well that would do if you have a deeper skin tone. As for these two right here, these are gonna work perfect for like medium to deeper skin tones and can be sheared out to work on lighter skin tones, but they have a good range if you need something deeper, if you need something lighter, and they're just so pretty. As for the palette, I think it's really pretty. I like the colors. It's fun and fresh, very springy. I do like that they included a deepening shade in here if you want to make the look a little more smokier. I do wish that this purple shade was a little deeper and a little bit more pigmented. I feel like this took a lot of building. It was a little bit more on the sheer side. As for the other mattes, they work perfectly. I love this bright pink in here. And then I do feel like the metallics are really pretty and sparkly. You have some multi-chromes, you have some regular shimmers. Now overall, they're on the sheerer, lighter side, and they're more loosely packed in the pan. So you do have some shimmer fallout from these, and you do kind of have to build them up if you want them to get more opaque. But they would also make beautiful toppers over other shades. Overall, very pretty, soft, and fun palette, and I enjoyed working with it. So that was my thoughts on this entire collection, and I would have to say my favorite thing out of everything is the glowy blushes. So if I was going to recommend one thing to pick up, it would be those. They're so pretty. I love the colors, and they're just so glowy. Now, you guys will have to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Did you pick up this collection? What are your thoughts? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoyed this video and you like a lot of fun and colorful makeup content, you like a lot on indie makeup, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will have the collection linked where you can find it on Lethal Cosmetics as well as Camera Ready Cosmetics, and I will link other Lethal reviews that I've done if you're curious about their other products. I will also link the rest of my face makeup and everything in case you want to know what I am wearing, and I will also have my contact in my social media platforms. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_beauty. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really, really love that. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, for being here, supporting me. I think you guys are all so amazing. And I just hope all of you are doing well wherever you are in the world. And I'm just sending you guys so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.